Hello and welcome to the special time trial tournament for the 2020 Formula 1 cars. First things first, I've got the Spa tuning maxed out. My driver is maxed out. My principal is one short of being maxed out because there isn't enough tuning to buy right now to earn principal XP. So that's okay, one short on brakes. This first run we're going to go all the way through it and then we're going to go through it again. This first braking point is very important because about 25% of this race happens now. Not time-wise, but distance-wise. And going through Eau Rouge here, you need to stay full throttle. If you have assists on, they're probably braking there. So you might want to turn them off at least for that section. And then you can turn them back on. Steering assist shouldn't matter here. This section here I find a little bit difficult. You need to over-brake it a tiny bit, so then you can stay full throttle for the rest. Now you can see, based on my Ghost, I over-braked that. Here I'm braking a pinch later. Watch my Ghost, you can see I did a little bit better. Here you can stay full throttle. It's not easy, but you can. And then this section here, there's just a tiny bit of a lift if you're running tilt A. Really tiny braking point. We'll touch more on that later. This one you need to swing far to the right, almost off track, and then to the left, almost off track. Again, 2 tires off track is not off track in this game. And then that other braking point, that's also critically important. I've looked at this before, but I'm pretty sure this is about 22% of the race, this next run here. Something like that anyways. It's a big chunk. So look at that. Look at how much of a gain I have on my Ghost, which was already a decent run. And here you'll see my Ghost is going to suddenly catch up, but then he loses it in the corner. I was so frustrated at that. So then you're going to see me gaining on my Ghost. And that is what gives me I'm just into Group A here. I'm hoping it's going to stand. I think a minute 30, being under a minute 30 is going to be enough. But boy, there's a ways to go yet. Okay, so first braking point is really tricky. There's thankfully a mark on the grass. I'm braking about half a car length after that. You're on the brakes for a bit, then you do your turn. So you don't brake and turn immediately. You brake, go for a bit, then turn. Here, watch, you want as straight a line as possible. If you keep a super straight line compared to someone else, you can gain a little bit of time there. Now coming up here, you could take 2 tires way off track to increase the trajectory. I didn't find that benefited me the way I'm driving it. So that's about where I'm braking, approximately. You're gonna have to mess with that, maybe a car length here or there. Same with this coming up here. I'm maybe half a car length after this, but as you can see, it wasn't great. Now here, again, watch my gas pedal. I'm full throttle. And then for this section here, I'm going to stop talking so you can hear what happens. Now, you could go off and on even quicker than that, but I didn't want to lose it at Poulan Corner like I have. They're pretty much right where you see, maybe a quarter car length deeper. So pretty well when I'm in line with the curb. Same with this point. I start braking pretty well in line. Now what I'm not showing you is when I'm getting back into the accelerator, and I alter that pretty well every run. I'm slightly altering that. So you're going to have some trial and error there. Now, coming up is a very important braking point. This is such a tricky chicane. Last chunk of shade going across the track. You'll see it. I'm going to pause it. Right where you see it. I'm braking that far back into the throttle. I could have been into it a little earlier than that. I could have been a whole car length over more. But man, I lost it at that last corner 3 or 4 times. And I was good enough. I didn't want to push it. Now, for some bonus content. You want to see how to make this car fly at Spa? I'll show you how you make these cars fly. So this is on Camel, going the wrong way as you can see. Interestingly enough, you can do this without going off track. It doesn't trigger a penalty. You have to catch this live. This will never exist in a replay. Catch it live and then you can stage your pictures, which can be pretty cool. There's one more perspective I'd like to share with you, and that is this angle here. I think that's a beautiful shot. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. I'll keep pumping out the videos. And thank you for joining me today. Best of luck as you are out there on Spa trying to set some gold winning times.